everyone. I just want to make a quick video about another article that I saw by Bounding Into Comics. They put an article, I'll share in the description like usual, about DC's new heroes becoming claimed there are activists, political activists, because that's what everybody wants their superhero to be a standing in line with a shitty little picket sign going, die. That's what our superheroes want to be. They turned Batwoman, it was Batwoman. They turned Batwoman into Antifa. They turned so many characters into shit. SJW fucking propaganda is fucking out of control, and we're sick of it. This is why the mainstream comic book industry is dead, and now it's just a zombified corpse they keep fucking over and over and over again, and we're sick of it. And this is why I only support Comicsgate and Comicsgate creators. This brand supports individual Comicsgate creators, period. We don't support any mainstream comic book industry, period. Fuck off, Marvel. Fuck off, DC. We are done with you. You're not Marvel and DC from 10 years ago. You're shit, you're trash, you're overzealous in your fucking propaganda and your political fucking shit. We're tired of it. We're tired of dumb-looking characters. I don't know if you've seen, but their new Flash from their new hero world is a non-binary fucking weird-looking piece of shit with a onesie. Nobody wants your trash. This is like the new Warriors from Marvel. It's this level bad. And I don't know, did, what's his name, Kibblesmith help you with this one too? Because, yeah, Marvel did that, and now they're not going to be able to sell it because they know they won't get anything but the people buying it just to make fun of it. Yeah, it's sad, it's pathetic. We just want good old-fashioned comics, good heroes, manly-looking men, sexy-looking females, battling, evil, and that's it. We just want heroes who go through shit to get someone, not some fucking picket line beta male bitch. That's not who superheroes are. We don't want fat superheroes. We don't want, I have a dad bod, okay? Dad bod. I'm a dad of almost 5 kids. I am not a superhero. People like me should never be superheroes. We're out of shape. We don't need to be trying to climb stairs and jump over buildings to save kids. No. Leave that to the big guys and girls. We just want Wonder Woman to look like a fucking Amazon queen. We want Supergirl to be a fucking badass. We want Superman to be a badass man. Alpha male. Batman to be alpha male. Not some weird fucking shit. We want the Joker to be Joker. We want our characters to stay our characters. If you want to create transgender fucking weirdos, create your own. New Warriors did that. And then we said, you know what? Congratulations on making new characters, but we're still not going to buy your shit. That shit doesn't sell. Your shit does not sell. Your shit stinks. And people don't care. People don't want this shit. Only weirdos on Twitter want this shit. And they don't buy comics in the first place. They'll cheer it on. Yay! Trans people in comics. Woo! We have representation. And then the sales go. And DC's like, oh my god, we're out of money. What are they going to blame? Us. Why? Because we're transphobic. We hate trans people. Even though Comicsgate has plenty of trans people in it, and so does the Phantom Menace. We've had plenty of gays, bis, fucking whatevers. We don't have a problem with them. We just don't, and they don't have a problem either. And no, most of those guys don't want to see themselves in comics. I don't want to see a fat, overweight dad as a comic book hero. I want to see Superman. I want to see Batman. I want to see I don't even like the Flash, but I would see the Flash, the original Flash, not the shit they're making now. We don't want feely, touchy, dumb shit in our comics. We want good heroes, good villains, good writing, and awesome art. And that is what Comicsgate has done for people. And they're making all new stuff. They're not sticking to the Wolverine, Spider-Man, themes anymore. They're going out and they're creating all new franchises like Cyberfrog, like, God, there's so many out there right now. And if you haven't supported Comicsgate, I suggest you look up some of their Indiegogo projects and do support the ones that you like and get some of their comics. I plan on, when my novel is done, I want to hire some Comicsgate guys to do a whole comic book line that covers my novels. So I have my novels and then my comic book line. And both will tell almost the same story, but in different ways, so that people who like reading novels will read the novels, and people who like the comics will read the comics. And then they could share shit across the aisle. That's what I want to see. That's what the Mirrorsphere is going to create one day. And I can't wait till my novel's done so that that money can start coming in so I can pay for the comic book line and my next novel. Because as soon as I get shit done, I'm starting on my second novel, like right off the bat. And then I'm going to hook up with some Comicsgate guys, Comicsgate writers and Comicsgate artists and colorers and all that shit, and be like, hey, I have no idea how to do comics, period. This is what I have so far. This is my story I have in my book. I want to do a prequel to my novels, and then I want to start a whole comic book line that follow my novels. Can you do it? And if they say, hell yeah, we can, I'm hooking them up. And I'm gonna let them do their own thing. I'm gonna say, hey, I'll pay you guys to do these, knock them out, and we'll do it on Indiegogo too. I'll do a fundraiser to help pay for it, but it's gonna be all in the Mirrorsphere Origins time frame. All of it will be canon to my story. The comics and the books will be side by side, helping each other out. I do want some of my comics to actually take some characters when later on in my novels when certain characters break off and go their own way. I want the comics to be able to go and follow each character. And I want a Comicsgate guys to help me do that. That's my goal. I want to make great comics. I would love to hook up Eben and Skybert and have him sit down with me one day and really go over this and say, hey, I want to build this into an entire new franchise, where the Mirrorsphere Origin becomes a household comic book and novel, and maybe who knows where it'll go after that. Animation, fucking all kinds of shit we can go. I'm not making a real life movie though. The shit I'm making won't make it good in real life. Maybe one day, but I don't think it will right now. I think it'd be better off as an animation, and that would be cool. An anime, like Netflix does a little bit. Some of their animes are great. They got, Castlevania, and as I said, the Blood of Zeus was a good one. If they could make animes like that, if I could find people who could make animes like that, that'd be fucking awesome. The characters in my book are going to be great. The demons they get to face, the blood, the gore, the craziness that I wanted to go. You'll read it in the novel. You'll understand it in the novel. You'll see it in your head. Then you can kick up the comic books when they start coming out. And you can see it in the pages. Like this universe and how dark and light and fucking hard it's going to be from these people. And then an animation maybe one day. Who knows? But this is why the Fandom Menace is such a great, and the Comicsgate, Fandom Menace and Comicsgate are such great fans who come together. You know why the Fandom Menace, the Comicsgate? It's not because we're a bunch of racist and fucking sexist, misogynist, whatever fuck, stupid fucking terms that won't mean nothing anymore because they've been used so much and belittled so much. We're good because we are fans who love franchises. We know what we love and we know what's good. And now we're creating our own shit because Hollywood and Disney and all these fucking corporations have bought and destroyed franchises because they don't know what the fuck they're doing. They think that being nerdy is cool. So they bought all these nerd franchises because a certain TV show came out. And it pretty much made nerddom cool, which nerds aren't meant to be cool. We're our own niche, okay? We love superheroes. We love comics. We are made fun of constantly as kids. Look at this guy. He's picking up his Superman comic. What a fucking bitch. Stuff like, we grew up with that. But we loved what we love. And now the people who were popular, who think that they're better than everybody else, now are running shit, and they don't know what the fuck they're doing, and they're just burning franchises after franchise. And we have said, fuck it, we're done, we're creating our own shit. That is why the Meosphere Origin was born. That is why so many other brands, that's why all these Comic Gate people are been born from, is just the absolute trash people who got a hold of the franchises we once loved. Now, support. Please go out and support your local comic guys. Support, especially authors. Author Stephen Walton, who has been documenting our struggle through. He's about to release his second volume, and he needs help. So if you haven't supported him, please go to Indiegogo and support his book, the second volume of Fandom Menace. I supported the first one, and if you haven't known, they're making some new movie about Gamersgate. I had no idea what Gamersgate was. Never heard of it back then. And then I read his book, and you really get to know what the fuck happened during that time. And it was a good read, and I can't wait to keep going. So, back his book, back Comicsgate book. I know Ian Van Sciver made over $1 million on his Cyberfrog series. Dude, that's fucking awesome. Keep on going. I do plan on getting Cyberfrog one day when I can, when shit gets better and I can actually buy extra shit. You have Kai, another YouTuber who created his own novel, his own sci-fi novel. Fucking that shit. This is why what the Fandom Menace needs to do is just create our own shit. If you are a YouTuber, if you're new, even if you're new to Fandom Menace as a fan and you're thinking of starting a channel, do it. I have no problem supporting and subbing and liking and sharing your videos, as so many out there. If you are a new channel to the Fandom Menace, if you're a part of the fifth wave or fourth wave, get a hold of me. I'll love to live stream with you. I'd love to talk with you. To share your videos. Anybody within the Fandom Menace loves to build each other up. We grow together. We really do. I have never seen a community who wants to build each other up so much. Like me, I've had help from Culture Casino, Wes from the West Movie Webcast, so many others. Fat Steven Seagal, fucking, I've had shout outs from Lorena Corral. I've had shout outs from all kinds of Fandom Menace people who are like, you know what, I'm a decent channel. It's just me talking to my phone. So I'm not like the greatest thing out there. When my office is done, my live streams will be way better. My video, I'll be doing a lot more live streams for you guys. So I hope to hit you up with there. I hope to hit so many other channels. That's my plan, is to keep getting with other channels, keep building each other up. And I want to get people who are just starting out, who are under 100 subs or even above me. If I could hit up them to help me grow and him grow, that's why we're such a great community. We love each other. We love this community. We love the fandom. We are not important. It's the fandom that's important. No matter what we create, it will always fail if we don't have the back of the fandom, or the fandom doesn't have our back. No matter how big, excuse me, something caught my throat. No matter how big we get. Sorry about that. Better. No matter how big we get as a franchise, I don't care if the Meosphere becomes one of the greatest franchises on their level of Disney, it will never attack the fandom. Ever. And anyone that I ever hire attacks the fandom will be done. Terminated immediately. No more pay. Fuck off. You're done forever. The fandom is everything. And without the fandom, you are nothing. And so many people in Hollywood have forgotten this. This is why the greatest Hollywood stars, if you think back on the legendary Hollywood stars, they had humility to them. Think of like Robin Williams. Think of the one that just died recently. His name is escaping me right this second, but he was in all those Bond movies and stuff. Think of him. Think of all these great, great stars. Did they ever go on social media and attack the fandom? No. Why? Because they were humble. They understood that they were just adult pretenders. A lot of them did. That's why Keanu Reeves, the guy who plays Superman, fucking, yeah, I'm terrible at names. I can't remember their names right now, but all these groups of people have been so great. You know, why these new stars are rising, because, you know, the guy who plays Aquaman, he's been in all kinds of stuff. I really like him because he's humble. He's got a daughter. He talks about his family. I never seen him go out and just belittle fans or tell them who to vote for, how to vote. Because we don't believe in that shit. Being humble is number one for a franchise. If you are humble, if you're respectful, if you're honest, if you treat the fans with respect, even if they attack you, just say, I'm sorry you feel that way. I really am. Thank you for your advice, but this is what we're doing. Even if they don't like it, at least you're honest, you're open in your dialogue. This is why some of the greatest companies, when they're honest with their fandoms, if they're constantly in contact with them, they're talking, they're explaining themselves, if they're respectful, they grow and they're loved by all. That is why a lot of these franchises, and a lot of these companies are just losing all fan respect, because they go out there and they go, fuck you, we're doing what we want to do, fuck you, you had no right to tell me what to do, you're just a shitty fan, blah, 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 we don't need you, go away, we don't want you anymore. And you know what happens? Their whole company goes, and they go. It is pathetic, it is sad, and it is disgusting. We, the fans, support these companies. Think of Star Wars, think of Lucasfilm. Where is Lucasfilm now? It's in Garbage Hill, because Disney bought it, and they said, hey, it's got a name that everybody knows. They know Star Wars, so we could do whatever the fuck we want to, and nobody cares, because we'll just buy and buy and buy, because it's called Star Wars. Catholic Kitty came in, and she goes, you know what? I want my femininity, fucking politics into everything, and we went fuck off, and she goes fuck you, and she hired a bunch of fucking bitches and whiners and pieces of shit writers who go fuck the fandom, we don't need it, we don't want the old fans, we want this new SJW groups. And guess what happened? And you got Disney's constantly doing it, and they're constantly hurting. Now they're really hurting because they're literally on fire. And they don't know what the fuck to do. I'll tell you what to do. Stop attacking the fans. Go, you know what, fans? You were right. We let politics enter too much shit. You can have certain kind of politics, but you need to not be preaching. When you start preaching at people, if it's not church, we don't want fucking preaching. Period. We don't want to see it. You can have a political opinion, and you can argue both points, and try to get people to consider, but if you start preaching and being, you're evil if you don't do it this way, fuck right off. It's not humble, that's being a bitch. Why do you think people, actresses like, I don't know, fucking, what's her name, Brie Larson is so hated, and so many others. Why they're hated? Because they became pieces of shit. They became arrogant. They think they're better than everybody else. They think they're on this, plateau, and they look down at others, and they go, I'm a Hollywood star, so I go, fuck off. You know what we fans don't want? To see that shit. As soon as you come out like that, we're like, go fuck yourself. No. And then now they're like, and they're whiny bitches. We're done with them. And, all these franchises keep dying. DC, Marvel, and they're full of it. You see them on Twitter all the time, especially the writers and shit, Marvel and DC coming on attacking fans. Like, fuck you, just because we want girls and they don't look like big boob bimbos. It's like, no. We want our heroes to look sexy. Sex sells, and it does. And it's sad to say sometimes, but it does. It sells. That's why every time you see a male character like Aquaman the movie come out with, Babia, I can't think of his name. You guys could tell me his name in the comments. I know you do. But he comes out there with his shirt off, and every woman is fucking going to the theater because they want to see him with his shirt off. They don't want to see fat me up there on the screen. I don't want to see fat me up on the screen. These fucking weird SJWs want to see themselves and everything. That's why these writers are so terrible, because they write themselves into their stories, and their lives are sad and pathetic, and they know it, and that's why they do it. It's because they want to somehow justify their being, and nobody gives a shit. And there's a lot of people out there that don't give a shit what I say, and I'm fine with that. You can hate me, you can love me, you can criticize me, and I just don't care. I do care if it's honest criticism. I take that all the time. Like, please, if you have criticism, I will take it. If you're gonna go call me a sexist, racist asshole, I'm like, you can go fuck off. But thank you all for coming. I love the fandom, and I love this community, and I love all of you who support my channel. If you haven't supported my channel, please, please subscribe. It's free, doesn't cost you a thing. Just hit that subscribe button. If you don't even want to watch my videos anymore, that's fine. If you like my video, please like and share. And I'll see you next time in the mirror sphere. Good to each other, especially today. Be good to each other. Stay safe, especially those who are living in big cities. Stay safe. Protect yourselves. Protect your family. And just wash your hands. Wash your ass. And I'll see you next time in the mirror sphere. Thank you all. Have a good one.